Hi everyone, Maryann here, revealing light tarot, astrology and spirituality. How are you wherever you are in the world? When you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Thank you all for your lovely comments on the note I sent out about tarot scopes. I was unwell most of July with an asthma flare up and getting on top of that and other things that were triggered or made worse by that asthma flare up, and so I just didn't have the energy or the puff, if you like, to do the all 12 tarot scopes. They're a lot of work on top of my existing workload, and they are a sort of an added extra for those that really enjoy them. And so I hope to get back to them in September, but if I don't, I'll certainly let you know. They are coming back. I haven't ditched them. It's just that I need to give myself that space, and thank you all for understanding that. I am improving. I've seen the relevant specialists and doctors, and I am doing the right thing and working hard. Those of you with health problems would know that these things are sent to make us more resilient and stronger, and to learn from, and particularly to pace yourself as well and put in that self-care. And that's what I've been doing, and thank you all for understanding that. Okay, let's get on with today's reading. My goodness me. It's just like a new cycle in the US, and for somebody that's sat in this desk now, doing these really heavy readings about that energy, tuning into the energy of the former president, convicted felon, and his threats not only to the US but to global stability and to democracy. It's just been heavy energy. But something's changed, and you all feel it, and I feel it. There's a lightness that has come in since Harris has taken over the ticket now, been confirmed the Democratic Party frontrunner candidate for the election, and of course it just accelerated and expanded with Tim Walz's choice. If you look back to my last VP update reading, it's interesting. Obviously, Shapiro and Walz were the front runners, and I came out with that fairly clearly. I got that Middle Eastern clairvoyant psychic image with Shapiro, and I'm not saying that's why she didn't choose him, but going with Walz was the absolute right thing to do for all sorts of reasons. Their astrology is good, and I want to talk briefly about that before I get on to the cards. Now, I don't have a birth time for Tim, but I do for Kamala Harris. What we see, of course, is that he's an Aries, a lot of fire energy there with his sun and Mars and Jupiter in Aries. And Aries, remember, is the first house of the zodiac, which is new beginnings. It's about finding new ways, and it's about the identity. It's the I. Now we go over to Kamala Harris, who's a Libra, and that's all about the we. And so they can blend together. He kind of, I don't know, he will drive forward on things, and she will stand back and say, "Hang on a minute, you got to look at that." So, they do complement each other. If you look, it's a balancing thing. Aries and Libra in the zodiac, it's they'll balance each other out. But if they do disagree, they'll also be learning about each other, and that's what. Whenever you pair an Aries with a Libra, it is about. They may not agree on everything, but they will learn from each other, and they will complement each other because of that learning. Now, she's no stranger to fire energy, as I've said. Her moon is in Aries, and so with his Jupiter, Sun, and Mars in Aries, she understands where he's coming from. That drive forward, because that's the way she's feeling. Remember, the moon is about feelings, the sun is about I am and I act. And so she you can see that on the stage. She understands exactly where he's coming from. Her Mars is in Leo, which is another fire sign as well. So, they've got a lot going there in that partnership. Now, let's go back to my notes of significance. His Pluto is conjunct to Uranus, and I think that is taking on what needs to be not what needs to be done. He's in sync with her political moves. He understands the powers that be, perhaps the more nefarious powers that be. That's Pluto. Her Pluto's there alongside her Uranus as well. And so when she does a lightning move with Uranus, change, remember, he's supporting her, he's anchoring her, he's understanding her. In Virgo, he's working with her, he's working for her, they're working together, and they're working hard in a very grounded, meticulous way. I want to say also, this is interesting, they both have Ceres in Capricorn. Of course, that's about abundance. Her Ceres is in the 7th house, and that's around partnerships. So I think they're going to make a good fundraising team. I think they're going to get donors on board. I think that they can bring disparate groups together in a partnership. What is the partnership? To win the election. I want to speak about their north nodes. They're both on the ascent. Well, in the first house. Her north node is in the first house, but it's on her ascendant in Gemini. And remember, Gemini is that, of course, that communication, lightning quick inner outer communication. And if you want to get a difficult job done, well, you go to a Gemini. And his north node is in his first house in Cancer. Well, we don't have the houses because we don't have his birth time, but his north node is in Cancer, and so that's about the feeling. So what he brings to the partnership is about feeling. It is about understanding. When he says he understands people in Nebraska and people in Minnesota and people in the Midwest, he does. And so she then, as I said, it's a partnership where they learn from each other. She, I think, with their chirons both in Pisces, she intuitively understood that when she partnered with him, she would then learn and understand about the electorate that she was born, in California. Her career was in California. She was a senator from California. He gives her an entree to the kinds of people that Donald Trump is trying to win over, or Shady Vance is trying to win over. He's actually, when they say he's the real deal, and Shady is the raised in Ohio's suburbs with middle-class parents, he is the real deal. And so in a kind of a way that maybe political pundits don't understand, he's a far more authentic choice than perhaps a very gifted lawyer Shapiro is in Pennsylvania. And so she's using her judgment at multiple levels to go with Walz. Interesting, his moon is in Aquarius. Her Saturn is in Aquarius. Walz understands the future. Walz is innovative, and that's part of being a teacher as well. You have to be innovative. He feels the ideas. He's open to the ideas, and she's prepared to put the work in. It's a good team in many, many respects. Aries and Libra, who would have thought? But she's made her choice, I think, very cleverly. She's gone with Walz, not because Shapiro brings that obvious question. Maybe he doesn't bring that obvious question about him being Jewish, and then we have the Muslim Jewish stuff that's going on at the moment, that kind of cultural, political, it's hard yards, yeah. I don't think that factored into her equation. She went with Walz because in Walz she understands and gets to have a representative of the people that Donald Trump is trying to con. And that's a very powerful thing. So what do I want now? Maybe one of his camo hats. If someone can send one of his camo hats. Okay, all right. Let's get on with it because it is pretty joyous. And they were his words. Kamala Harris brought the joy back into politics. Absolutely. It's not a heavy feeling that I've got when I'm reading on them. It's like optimism versus pessimism, negativity about the future. That's what you get when you get Trump and Vance. With Harris and Walz, you get optimism, and it's got a lot of substance to it. It's not just about hope. Why people are responding and signing up. It's not just about this vague kind of feeling of hope. It's actually the real deal. It's actually got substance behind it. Yes, it's got hope too, but it's got substance, and we're all feeling that. It's a good feeling. What's happening in the US? I mean, is the US starting to heal? Because the healing can't take place until the past is done with, and Trump is very much the past. Okay, so it's a strong energy, Harris and Walz. It'll withstand a lot. Okay, so that's a prediction. Harris and Walz energy will withstand a lot of the crap that's going to be thrown at them. As I said, people aren't listening anymore to Trump and Shady. Okay, it's so obvious when these things flip and turn and the time moves on, isn't it? It's really obvious. Okay, what do we got here? We've got transformation. Okay, I'm using the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards, transformation. That's the energy. That's the energy I'm talking about. Okay, what's happening in the US? Because if it's happening in the US, then we're all feeling it wherever we are too. So what is happening? What's this Harris-Walz energy? What's it bringing to us? So we've got struggle. Yeah, okay. So there's a struggle, transformation, struggle, uphill battle, and then we get abundance. Okay, and that is the energy. Nobody's saying this is going to be easy. There's a transformation taking place. The struggle is at the center of everything. And they're going to have to work for it, and then we get abundance, which is that series energy there of bringing the various partnerships together for what? For home, for the homeland, for everybody's home, for stability. I looked for the energies that ground them, and I just want to say here, Uranus, Pluto, and in her case Venus in Virgo. I like that. I've got Uranus and Pluto too. I'm a similar age group, by the way. They're the same age. And we get her Jupiter in Taurus. I love that. And very stable energy. And we get his Mercury in Taurus as well. I like that too. And both of them, as I said, Ceres in Capricorn. So good earth grounding energy as well. I just wanted to touch on that. Okay, let's get into the questions. Where do I want to go now? Yeah, it's just a momentum, isn't it, that won't be stopped. All right, so let's get down to it. Get down to the tarot. Also, people have been asking me about the Senate and the House. I see the Senate staying in Democratic hands. Every time I read on the House, it's a toss-up, but maybe we should read on the House again. But first of all, let's see. Is Harris-Walz ticket? I'll do more astrology, and I'll pull the chart up on screen. We'll look at the election time, and we'll drill down on that. But for the moment, let's have a look at the Harris-Walz team. Can they win the 2024 election? Harris-Walz team, what are you giving me here? So I'm getting a wave. I'm in the middle of what do they call it when the surfers get the good waves? I'm in the middle of the wave here. And so I see turbulence here. We all know that. I talked about the certification weeks ago before it became a story. So if you're asking me to read on it, go back and look at that reading. Let's see. So there's turbulence here. We know that. Trump is going to be very desperate. Okay, so can Harris Walz win the 2024 election, the US election, the upcoming US election? And I know, certification, yada, yada. That's dealt with in other readings. I just want to see if they can win. Okay, are they going to win? I've already done that question too. Whichever way you want to put it, Spirit will know exactly what I mean. Okay, so Harris Walz, are they going to win? Harris Walz, are they going to win the election? What did I talk about? Aries. Her Aries moon, his Aries sun, Mars, Jupiter, her Leo Mars, Leo Mars, new cycles, absolutely new cycles. You can't have that new cycle without her bringing her Libran's perspective of justice. Justice is extremely important. Reform of the justice system is important as well. Page of Swords. Okay, so all right, the youth vote is definitely with them. They have absolute clarity about this ticket. I did say that Walz reminded me a little bit of a younger Biden in that feeling. It's just synchronistic, I think. So many themes here. Oh yes, cards, moving out of troubled waters, moving away from trouble. Now, in the past, we have abuse of power, absolutely. Sabotage, that heavy energy I was talking about, taking one back. We have volatility with the moon. The moon card is about things, as I said, that I'm in the middle of the breaker and things are churned up. And so even though they're going to win, I can tell you they're going to win. I've told you they're going to win. There's going to be that turbulence there, and I've told you that before. Now, we have the Nine of Pentacles. There's good luck in the immediate future. They're going to get that. They're going to get that the dollar. They're coming. The campaign dollar is with them. They have everything they need at this time. It's all about timing. Her Saturn in Aquarius. His moon in Aquarius. Remember? Pluto moving fully into Aquarius. It's about the new. We're not going back. In fact, we're going forward. Moderation, bringing the groups together, the never Trumpers, the Republicans for Nikki Haley. Some Republicans are coming to this ticket. Remember what they see in Walz. Coach Walz, teacher Walz, veteran Walz, war veteran Walz, Army veteran, National Guard veteran Walz, Nebraska-born Walz, raised and reared Minnesota Governor Walz, Congressional Walz, Harris. Now, the atmosphere around is the Four of Swords. Don't be surprised by that. You think about it. There is much division. There's been much, I was going to say, dis-ease in not just the US political system, but the political environment all around. But we also get retreat. Like extremists are less emboldened with this ticket, which is why their punches aren't landing. Hopes and fears, this just like so sums it up. What do I wish for? I wish for moderation. I wish for the end of extremism. We've been suffering. We're weary. But that's about guard. That's a gift because we get guardrails. The outcome card, oh my Lord. Oh my goodness me. The outcome card is the Sun. Same outcome card I got. I don't have to go any further. Same outcome card when I said Democratic Party in power in 2025. Harris got the Sun. Everybody gets the Sun. This is happiness. This is light, as opposed to the negativity. Base of the pack, a reset, an emotional reset. This is winning energy. I don't need to go any further. This is winning energy. I think I should just freeze frame this reading, because I think it will tell you most things that about November and beyond. It's turbulent, it's volatile, but there's that Sun card. Okay, how will Walz be accepted by Republicans? How will Walz be? Does he bring some Republicans with him over to him? Do they like what they see? Not all Republicans, obviously. I don't know, maybe some MAGAs like his camo hat. Who knows? Maybe they're tired of the red hat. Okay. All right. It's good to laugh. It's good to smile. All right. So, does Walz bring some Republicans over to the ticket? Does Walz bring some? Never underestimate teachers. Never underestimate people's desire and search for happiness. Ooh. Okay, so we get Plan A, Plan B, Minor Manifestation card. So, some of those who know Trump can't win or won't win legally or fairly, some of them who have been disenchanted with Trump and shady, they're going for Plan B. Maybe Walz gave them a Plan B. Let's have a look. Does Walz bring some Republicans over with him? Knight of Pentacles. They like the stability as opposed to the instability in the other team. Trump is here. Trump. It's Trump. It's not the Republican Party they dislike. It's Trump. Okay, so we got Nine of Pentacles. Again, that showed up in the Harris-Walz reading. You're getting some Republicans working hard. I know that, working hard to fundraise. You could hear of a major Republican donor coming over to this ticket. They feel they've been left out in the cold, but that's in the past. Oh my God. Okay, so we have crowning this reading is the Seven of Swords. They feel like they've been lied to in some way. Okay, let's keep going. The Democrat, my card for the Democrat card. In the near future, you're going to hear of Republicans more and more coming over to this ticket. There's Kamala Harris. She's here in the present. Queen of Swords, logic. They like her logic. They like her stability. They like the fact that she was a prosecutor. They like the fact she's had this wealth of experience. She brings stability. And there's the young people. I think even some young Republicans might come and follow her. Okay, Knight of Cups in the hopes and fears. The Harris-Walz team ticket are offering something to them. Now we have death here. Death, the ending of something, and working hard for something else. And there's the King of Wands stepping forward bravely. So something is ending here. Something is ending. Something is finished. And then we have, there's the Tower card. Wow. Okay, so there's some complexity here. There's some complexity here. And there's the Queen of Pentacles, women. You know what Walz is bringing? That was my question. He's bringing suburban women. He's bringing Republican suburban women with him. I was concentrating on the men. Let's have a look. Now we get wisdom, the Biden energy, ending of cycles, weariness with fed up with what's been happening. I want to draw some clarifiers here. This was the Tower and the Cat Lady in Walz's past reading. Only the Cat Lady is probably not the suburban Republican women. The Queen of Pentacles is probably more like them, but that's who he's bringing. Interesting. What's this Death card here? It's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work, solid skill, and then it's clarified further by the King of Swords. This is something major happening here. Show me this Death card. And the question was Walz and Republicans. What's happening here? There's a complexity here. Okay, the Death card. Oh, the Truth. The Truth and Strength. And the Hierophant. Okay, so it's the Roe v. Wade. This is the women. He's bringing Republican women with him, and younger Republican women too. Wow. I didn't see that one coming. I was thinking of the Republican men. It's the Republican women. It's interesting, isn't it? It's not Harris that's drawing them, although maybe it's Walz that's drawing them in. Interesting reading. Okay, let's take a look at how Trump's feeling. That's the nice... we finished with a question that's... I don't know. I don't wish anyone illness or ill health or any sort of bad stuff, but Trump has karma and justice coming for him. People keep asking me about a prominent psychic that said Trump would win. I think I know who you mean, and we're not right all the time. That's the first thing. I'm not right all the time. I did correctly predict the 2020 election. I know some psychics who incorrectly predicted that Trump would get back in 2020. Okay, that's all I want to say, other than we are all fallible, and I'm wrong sometimes as well. I wouldn't say often. But there are times and there are major things that I don't get right. And that's because we interpret Spirit's message a little bit differently. Oh, there's Rocky there wanting to go. Okay, one last question. Sorry, Rocky. All right, you'll be let go pretty soon. All right, Trump, how is he feeling now? How are you feeling, Trump? Woo! Okay, we got the victory card. He's now... Oh, gold. He's now talking about Biden hijacking the Democratic Party election and wanting the leadership back. I mean, what? Biden endorsed Harris, rang her up and said, "Kid, I'm watching you. You go for it." Like, what the hell? Sorry. Okay. Trump, how's he feeling? How's Trump and Vance feeling? I still think, yeah, well, maybe time's running out to get rid of Vance, but you just never know with Trump. I mean, as much as Putin pushes people out of windows, I'm not saying Trump pushes people out of windows, but this is a mobster. If he wants change, he'll get change. And I know how the Republican nomination processes work. Also know that red is the colour of Republicans, blue is the colour of Democratic Party. But why can't you wear a blue shirt and a blue cap and a red jacket? Like, why can't... Like, if I suddenly appeared with a red scarf, would you think I was a turncoat? No, they're just colours. Colours that divide people into this camp and that camp. Okay, all right. Let us go. Trump, how are you feeling now? How are you and Shady Vance feeling now? Okay, the Seven of Swords are handing... That's interesting. They're handing the swords back to somebody, and then I see the High Priestess. So whatever plan they had in place is not being able to be carried out for whatever reason. Okay, Trump, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Alrighty, moving on. Oh, it's the dollars. Okay, so some donations are drying up because Biden's no longer in the race. That's what those cards say. World card, major endings of cycles, endings and new beginnings. I like Trump's quite psychic himself. He could feel the momentum of a new beginning for the electorate, not so much for him. Knight of Pentacles, and we have consistency, that's in the past. Stability, that's in the past. And we get justice in the sky. Now, his minds are on his court cases. His mind is on September, sentencing in New York, The appeals of Judge Cannon's ludicrous, obvious decision to end that case, and the January 6th trial coming up. That's where his mind is at. Disappointed. That's him. That's his card. Belligerent. 3 cups lost, but he has 1 remaining. As always, he has 1 remaining. Now, debt. Loans and debt is in the present. And there's the 7 of Swords card in the environment around. So he's feeling it's finances that are on his mind. He could be thinking of stiffing, some of the Republican Party people that need money. It's all about money for him. Hopes and fears, loss. There she is. Now I've got the 7 of Swords and the High Priestess here. What's he got up his sleeve? He's weighing something up, making a choice, and then, I knew it, making a choice for a more moderate, becoming more moderate. The only way he can reset his campaign if he gets a moderate on with him. And then we get, he may not act on that. Maybe time is running away, but who knows? I'll leave that prediction that he may. It's possible that he may still change his ticket. The ballots, I think Ohio went from August the 7th to the 1st of September. But yeah, time's getting very, very short. If he did change his ticket, it's only a subcommittee of the RNC that needs to approve a change. Interesting. And then we get the truth, the Ace of Swords and the truth, but look, paranoid. Okay, these aren't good cards. They understand. They've got some polling, internal polling. They understand suburban women are with the Harris and Walz ticket. They're understanding that the donors perhaps moving over. Now we've got foreign influence here as well. Of course, they're stoking the fires. You know, if Iran attacked Israel. It's like Ukrainians have crossed the border and 10 miles into Russia, according to Inside Russia channel. Interesting. He's thinking about stoking some kind of foreign thing. Okay, I think that's where it happens. I'm going to finish up now. I'd like to keep going and to drill down on that as I do, but you know, enough. Okay, I'll be back again with another reading soon. Rocky says cheerio. There he is, engulfed in the light. I'll see you all later. Bye for now.